Hello everyone and welcome back to more Fantasy Live I. In today's video, I'm going to show you how you can take out the level 99 training dummy over here. So in case you didn't know, pretty close by the area where you get access to the Hunter Life, which is over here in Eternia Village, there's going to be two training dummies, one like a level 10 training dummy, which I already took out over here. That is not that difficult. It also doesn't really reward you with anything. But there's also this level 99 training dummy, which taking this one out actually gives you something very exclusive. There's only one way to get the drop it gives you, and that is by taking it down, of course. And there's also a Steam achievement locked behind doing this. So there's definitely a couple of reasons why you would want to take it out. Now, if you just try to attack this training dummy a little bit, just try doing some normal attacks, some charge attacks, as you can see, it heals for 20,000 HP every single time it heals. So most of the time, you will actually not be dealing enough damage to take this thing out. So what you want to aim for is before it pumps its heal, which is a 20,000 HP heal, you need to deal more than 20,000 damage, of course, because that way, even if you can't take it down before it's going to heal itself up, which is definitely not going to be possible, you at least will be able to take it down eventually. So how are we going to do this? Well, right now I am a level 87 Paladin. I don't think Paladin is actually the optimal combat class to do this with. You might want to do it with something like Hunter or Mercenary, which like Mercenary is just a life that has a lot of attack, especially if we go take a look at the skill board over here for the Mercenary. The right part over here, these are all going to be very insane attack boosts, so you will be able to get your attack stat up very easily by becoming a Mercenary. However, I am heavily invested into the Paladin life right now, so that's what I'm going to attempt. So let's cover all of the different ways that you can actually boost your attack in this game, or at least the means that we are going to use in this video. So first up, I do want to say, taking a look at this skill board over here, of course, every single life or every single combat life, I believe, has some of these nodes which will just straight up boost your flat attack. It also has some nodes that will boost your critical hit rate, which is going to be very important as well, although it might not actually be that useful because we will be using a crit 8, which I think gives you a 100% crit rate on its own. But I will actually get this node over here because the plus 40 attack stat one was locked behind it as well, so we're going to get that. Pretty nice, some more attack, and then I could go over here and get some more special skill charge rate, or the bottom one over here, which is actually going to give me 20% special skill charge rate as well as a 20% special skill damage. But I don't know if I'm actually going to use any special skills. I think I'm just going to make use of the charge attacks. So you definitely want to make sure that you have the Sonic Blade 3 if you are going to do this with the Paladin life. So that's something. Definitely take a look at your skill board and use up any skill points that will help you. Next up, the most important thing is obviously going to be to get a good weapon. So right over here I have the Apocalypse sword. This is definitely not the best sword in the game, but it is one of the best ones. You pretty much just have to take a look at the last weapons for every life that you can get. So over here, the Sword of Time is actually going to be worse than the Apocalypse sword and Arcanite sword because this only has a 363 attack, and the base one over here already has 415, and if you make this legendary, it has 462 attack. But there is a true Sword of Time which will actually give you more attack than just the Apocalypse sword. So I think for the training dummy over here specifically, the True of Time weapons might actually be the best things to use, since I don't think the training dummy actually has any elemental weaknesses. We just want to make use of raw strength. I will, however, try to take it down with my Apocalypse sword over here. You can of course also get some little skills on your weapons. So over here, something that will probably help us out a little bit is going to be the charge attack damage plus, which is going to give me 5% more charge attack damage. That skill on the bottom is something I got from aging my weapon. I am planning on making an aging altar video, but it's not that important. You shouldn't really look for any aging bonuses. You'll probably be fine if you just have some really good equipment skills, which right now these could definitely be better. I've just been kind of lazy and didn't bother actually remaking my Apocalypse sword to be the best one possible. You can also equip the hero set over here, which is going to be the hero's headband, hero's vest, hero's bangles, hero's trousers, and the hero's sandals. You can get this equipment set from going through the Colosseum quest over in the Swollen Island part of the map over here. So if you advance far enough into the Colosseum quest, you will get the hero armor set. The main reason why you want to get this is because it has the ability to boost your attack. So apparently when you remake the hero equipment, you have the chance to roll a plus attack skill. So that's going to be a pretty big way to boost your attack as well. I, however, don't have that on my hero set because I didn't bother actually going for more attack yet. So I hope we'll be able to take out the actual dummy. That's pretty much it for what you can do with your equipment. So so that only leaves us with one thing left to cover, and that is going to be the potions or meals that you use. So for the meals and potions, you should normally be able to use their buffs at the same time. So for example, if I were to consume a steak, which is going to give me plus 20 attack, I can use a power spray or power 8 at the same time and make use of both of their bonuses. So what I'm going to try is using the berserk potion over here, which is going to give me 50% less defense, but it will give me 50% more attack. And since we really don't care about defense when we're going up against an opponent that can't attack us, the 50% attack bonus is, I believe, the best thing you can get in the game from any potions. This is definitely not an easy one to make though, so you might just be fine using any of the power 8 or power sprays. If you make these of top quality, I believe you'll get something like 30 or 40% attack up. I'll also be making use of the crit 8, and I am actually gonna go ahead and craft one myself because I do need some crit 8 pluses. This should allow me to basically get a critical hit on almost every single strike. And then finally, I'll probably be making use of something like the Roast of Legend over here, just a really good food that boosts your attack. I'm not quite sure what the difference between attack up and combat power up is, so if you guys know, please let me know in the comments. So let's make the final potions that I need over here, which I think it's just going to be the crit 8. By the way, the crit 8 is such a good thing to craft. Literally all of the required materials are purchasable, so don't slack on the crit 8 if you have this recipe, which by the way, I'm pretty sure this was like an alchemist exclusive recipe or something like that. It's like definitely a house or request exclusive recipe in any case. All right, there we go. We got 25 crit 8 pluses. That should hopefully be enough. And then just to make sure that we're not going to run out of SP, I will be making some high SP potions as well. All right, let's go over to the nemesis of this video, the level 99 training dummy. Actually, never mind, I forgot to make the actual meals I need, so let's take a look at some good attack up meals. I think I'm gonna settle for the thick steak over here because all of the other meals that give you like plus 100 attack require like an insane amount of rare materials. Even this one requires 1 dragon meat, but to be fair, getting dragon meat is actually not that hard. You can get it from either the Nep dragon or prairie dragon, which both have like a couple of spawns in Gynomosia and just in the past. So I'm gonna go ahead and make the thick steak. I'll make like, I don't know, let's make 3 or let's make 5 of them maybe. Actually, I'm like such a cheapskate. I'm just gonna make 3. I don't like spending rare materials, dude. I really don't. All right, there we go. 8 thick steak pluses. That's pretty nice. I hope that's gonna be enough. So let's register it to our back. It's gonna give us 100 attack for 60 seconds. Maybe I'll start out by actually consuming one of the Roast of Legends over here because I'm not sure whenever I'm gonna need more attack at like another point in this game. This is like unironically probably the hardest boss in the game, which is it's so funny to me. All right, so let's go. I'm gonna eat my Roast of Legend over here. We're gonna consume the berserk potion, we're gonna consume the crit 8, and we're gonna start smacking this training dummy over here. All right, let's go. So we're doing a considerable amount of damage. We just saw it heal over there, but I don't think it's gonna be able to heal the amount of damage that we're dealing to it. So let's take a look. Dealing a really good amount of damage, and it heals up a little bit, but we're certainly gonna be able to just finish this boss. Oh man, it is actually healing quite a lot, and I think I will have to consume one of my SP potions, which is totally fine. Alright, it's we're like about halfway there. It's healing up to like half of its HP. I think the bonuses have like run out, so I'm just gonna reapply them over here. Let's get a fresh little boost of everything again. This training dummy, oh my god, he is going strong. This is unbelievable. Alright, let's heal up some more SP. I think the crit 8 also ran out again. The crit 8 really doesn't last that long. Oh my god, come on, one more hit and we would have been there. Okay, the crit 8 ended again, so I'm gonna go ahead, heal up one more time. Let's consume the food over here, the berserk potion. One more crit 8, and this should probably get us through the last bit over here. Alright, one more hit. If it doesn't heal up, yes, there we go. Okay, and it's gonna drop a chest with the roasted corn inside of it. So that roasted corn is gonna be a legendary stick weapon, which is of course the weapon used by the, what was it again, like the brand new life, I think is what it's called. Yeah, brand new over here, that's where you use the stick weapon. So it's kind of a little meme thing that level 5 decided to do. I think it's very funny. The roasted corn over here, like the description. Due to a fateful encounter, this weapon can be used even by a brand new adventurer. Despite its appearance, it holds surprisingly impressive capabilities. Equipment of legendary rank. When compared to any other stick, it can unleash a life's true power. Its craft quality is normal. So unfortunately, you can't actually remake that stick, but it is something pretty cool that you can get. So over here with my level 4 brand new, let's go ahead, equip the legendary cord, and that's gonna be a pretty funny way to attack with the brand new life. So as you can probably tell, that was not an easy thing to do. I had some of the best boosts in the game. One thing that I definitely could have done is gotten that hero armor and rolled the attack up on every single piece there. That would probably help me out a ton. Unironically, I think that definitely would have helped tremendously. So I definitely recommend doing that if you have trouble actually beating the level 99 Scarecrow. As I said before as well, I don't think Paladin is the optimal life to do this with. I think maybe Hunter with the special skills over there, or just like the charge skills, has the potential to deal more damage, and maybe Mercenary as well, because the damage output with all of the different skill nodes, I think that's just going to be pretty crazy. But as you can see, you can perfectly do this with the Paladin life as well. The most important things are just going to be get a very powerful weapon, also be at a pretty high level as to where you get most of the bonuses over here, definitely like the attack bonuses and the like reduced charge time for your charge attack skills. You definitely want to get all of those bonuses from your life skill board over here, and then just get some really good boosting food and boosting potions, and hopefully that will allow you to get this funny meme weapon and to get the Steam achievement if you're playing this on Steam, or maybe you need this for Platinum as well if you're playing on PlayStation. I actually have no idea. But with that, that is pretty much going to be it for this video. So as always, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video or found it helpful and you want to see more stuff just like this, definitely don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't done so yet. Not even 5% of the people watching my videos are actually subscribed, so I would appreciate it a lot if you would do so. And with that, I'll see you guys in the next one. Alright, later. Bye.